Hey, Yuri.
Ugh.
I suddenly noticed that Yuri is reading a different book from the one we've been reading together. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
Oh no, I was kind of just waiting for you.
Yeah, if that's the case, why don't we go ahead and get started?
Yes, let's. Actually, I have a request. Do you mind if I make some tea first?
Not at all. Tea is delicious.
Thanks very much. If there's one thing that can make my reading time here any better, it's a nice cup of tea. Not to mention for yourself as well.
Yuri stands up and makes her way to the closet. Now both her and Natsuki are in the closet. Who knows what's happening in there? I follow and watch as she retrieves a small water pitcher from the shelf, the kind with a filter inside.
Can you hold this for a second?
Sure. Yuri hands me the water pitcher and also fetches an electric kettle. Fancy.
I'm going to plug this in at the teacher's desk, and then we'll go get some water.
She walks past me and sets the kettle down on the teacher's desk. I simply watch her movements, the way her calves move, all the muscles and ligaments connected together. I wish to know how these things work. I suddenly feel a strong desire to cut her open. I force it back by thoughts of her ass. To my surprise, the way she moves really contrasts her speaking mannerisms. Especially because of her long legs, Yuri appears elegant and methodical.
Okay, may I have the water pitcher? Thanks, I'll be right back.
I might as well walk with you.
Yeah, why not?
Shall
we go then?
Yeah. Where are you two off to? Yuri's gonna make some tea, so I suddenly realized how weird it sounds to explain this to Monica. We're just filling the water pitcher. Ah, okay. Sorry, I was just a bit curious. That's kind of a one-person job, isn't it? Fuck you, Monica, let me smash! That's...
Monica, please mind your own business for once. Or do you want to tell me there's something wrong with helping involve Bert in club activities?
Yes, fetching water is a very important club activity. My mouth gapes. I suppose there's nothing wrong with that.
Then let's go, Bert.
Yuri quickly exits the room and I follow. God damn. Yuri's killing it. Once in the hallway, she suddenly puts her forehead against the wall. Whoa.
I spoke without thinking. How could I say something like that?
Yuri, it's not that big a deal. She was nosing her business up in my asshole. She doesn't know that I want my nose in your asshole. God, what is wrong with me?
Something about the way she said that. It made me feel so irritated. What's wrong with me?
No, Yuri. I think you did the right thing. I wasn't expecting it, but it's also not right for Monica to judge people like that.
Bert, how come even when I do something bad, you're being nice to me?
Because nothing that you do is as bad as you make it seem in your head. Now, when you killed your parents, that was pretty bad. But we're gonna let that one slide because you were 4 years old. Nobody's perfect. We have emotions, and we can't always hide them away. But you always amplify things in your head. Your mind turns a light rain shower into a hurricane.
Oh, no. Wouldn't you hate me for something as terrible as that?
Why would I hate you? It's kind of a small deal. It's really not that big of a deal at all, actually. I can't hate someone for having emotions, even if their emotions are stupid and illogical. Be like me, a manly man who does not have emotions. What kind of friend would do that?
Friends, you say?
Yuri lifts her head.
Bert, I really like being friends with you.
Now how about Smash, though? Thanks, Yuri. I like being friends with you, too. I feel kind of awkward saying something like that, but I'm doing my best to help Yuri feel better. Anyway, back to that nice, wet, moist water.
Oh, yeah. Shall we go?
Yes. Yuri and I walk to the nearest water fountain. Once we fill up the water pitcher, we return to the classroom.
Bert, do you like oolong tea?
Yeah. Anything is fine.
Very well.
Yuri sets the temperature on the kettle to 200 degrees.
Now it's time to get the teapot.
You really do this properly, don't you?
Of course. I shouldn't do any less when I'm making tea for others.
Even if I'm not an expert on tea or anything?
Ooh, in that case, you'll only be even more impressed.
Ah, perhaps I will. It's like when someone who isn't very good at art shows their art to people who really suck at art. It seems good, but it really isn't. Yuri fetches a teapot and begins measuring the tea leaves. To my surprise, she even starts humming a little to herself. You must be in a good mood now.
Is that so? I was letting it show, and you noticed. I was doing a bit of thinking, and I decided that I would try expressing myself a little bit more. And it turns out it's not very hard for me to do. When it's you who's around anyway.
I'm a special man, and I get to see a special side of her. Ah, that's great, Yuri. Just don't push yourself too much.
You're always worrying about me, Bert. It's very endearing.
Yuri wasn't kidding. I don't even know if I can keep up with this. I watched Yuri pour a cup of tea for each of us.
Bert, I have another request. Do you mind if we sit on the floor today?
Why? Huh? Why is that?
It's a little bit easier on my back. I can read my back against the wall rather than bending over at my desk.
Well, we could always just have you stand at the desk and have you bend over that. You know, casually, like friends do together. Ah, sorry, I didn't realize.
No worries. I just had back pain fairly recently, so I do my best to manage it.
Is that so? I think she said regularly. I wonder why that is.
It's mostly likely because
your posture, right? Always hunched over like that while reading. She's talking about her boobies, Bert.
Yes, I have terrible reading posture, so that's why we should sit on the floor.
Fair enough. God damn it, Bert. You're so clueless. Or maybe he isn't. I don't know. Bert seems to know what's going on at all times. He knows when to slide into those DMs at just the right moment. I'll go ahead and get the book. I retrieved the book from my bag. Ah, I have some chocolate as well. When the fuck did I get chocolates? It's a bag of small chocolate candies that I kept hidden from Sayori's candy radar. I take it, since it'll go well with the tea. Yuri and I then sit against the wall, teacups at our side. As if in sync, we assume the same reading position as last time, each holding one half of the book. This feels like it would be a much more awkward thing to do while sitting next to each other on the floor as compared to at desks. What does this look like? Can I see a picture this time? Except this time, our bodies are even closer to each other.
I can't see too well.
Yuri slides closer until our shoulders are touching. Oh, goddamn. Now Yuri's taking charge. Like, Bert, we already know Bert will take charge, but Yuri's taking charge this time. That is impressive. I'm impressed. How am I supposed to focus on reading like this? Yuri was always kind of cute, but when she's being less apprehensive, it's almost more than I can handle.
Your teacup.
Yuri hands me my teacup. Holding it with my hand that's not holding the book, I end up in a position that makes it even harder to focus, because now I need to worry about making sure I don't accidentally touch her chest. Meanwhile, Yuri hasn't noticed a single thing. She wears her intense reading expression, and I can only presume that the world around her has faded away. I use all my willpower to focus on reading. After a few minutes, I finally manage to relax a little. I put the teacup between my legs and fumble with the chocolate wrapper. Sorry. I briefly let go of the book to finish opening the wrapper. You can have as much as you want.
That's okay. I won't take any.
Are you sure? I bought it for you, girl. Special for you.
Well, if I touch it, then I might get smudges on the page.
You're right. It depends on the temperature in the room, I suppose. I didn't even think about that. My bad.
No need to apologize. I'll hold the book, okay?
Are you sure?
Of course.
Yuri opens the book with both hands. She holds it so that I don't have any harder of a time reading from it. But as a result, her left arm is practically resting on top of my leg. Lewd! Well, in that case, Yuri's already totally focused on reading again. I take a chocolate candy and pop it into my mouth. Then I take another chocolate and hold it up to Yuri. She doesn't even look away from the book. She simply parts her lip as if the situation was completely natural. But that means I can't stop here. I apprehensively place the chocolate in her mouth. Just like that, Yuri closed her lips on it. Does she even realize what's happening? Yuri's expression suddenly breaks.
Did I just...
Yuri looks at me like she needs to confirm what just happened.
Bert?
Sorry, I guess I shouldn't have done that.
Well, you were just helping. That's something that friends do.
Yeah, friends feed each other. That's a thing that friends naturally do. When I take my buds to the McDonald's, we both get a 10-piece. But then I take my 10 pieces and put them in their mouth. They take their 10 pieces and put them in my mouth. We both still get 10 pieces, but neither one of us has fed ourselves. It's truly a parasitic relationship.
Right.
I mean, not really in this kind of context, but yeah, that's all it was.
Yeah, then you don't need to stop or anything.
Just continue forward, Bert. I see. Situation has gotten really tense. And I need more water or I'm going to die.